everyone, welcome to this class. This is a women's health and hormone class. I am Tasha Kans, and I have been using doTERRA for about 4 years. And when I'm not doing that, I'm teaching kindergarten. I've been a kindergarten teacher for the past 20 years. So doTERRA is a really good experience because I get to branch out and talk to adults and not just 5-year-olds. So I'm going to share my screen here. Oops. Not that, this. All right, give me a minute here. Oh my goodness, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. All right, so women's health and hormones class. So let's start off by just kind of rating yourself on your health and hormones. So if you were to ask yourself, how is your monthly cycle on a scale of 1 to 10? 1 is no unwanted symptoms, you are good. 10, you are out of control. And just kind of make a little mental note of that. If you're peri or post-menopause, how are your symptoms? 1, you have no symptoms. 10, you are completely out of control. And then just kind of note to yourself, what are some other areas of hormone balance that are difficult for you? Think about your thyroid, hypothyroid, adrenal fatigue. Do you have difficulty losing weight? How are your mood swings, your trouble sleeping, infertility, poor memory, type 2 diabetes, anything else? So just kind of keep those in mind as we go through this class. So when we think of women's health and hormones, we just automatically think of the female reproductive system. And when we're talking about that, we're talking about ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, breasts, and they all work together, and they work together with the endocrine system. I'm going to go into more detail about that in a little bit. Another thing to keep in mind, ovaries secrete estrogen and progesterone, and they're crucial for fertility, but they also play a role in women's emotional health as well as your physical health. And nutrition and hydration, they are directly impacted the production of these hormones. So before we go any further, I want to think of this as a big picture type of thing, like ourselves as women, not just our reproductive system. Because when we think of us as a woman, being a woman's like really difficult at times. We need to know that pretty much every function in our body is controlled by hormones. So estrogen and progesterone are really especially important for women because they'll influence a woman's good health and emotional well-being throughout our lifetime. So too much estrogen isn't good when we're young because it can result in significant issues related to menstruation. But too little estrogen as a woman ages can impact many aspects of a woman's reproductive health, causing challenges related to premenopause and postmenopause. So the goal is to balance our hormones. That's what we're going to talk about in this class. Before we move on, I want to talk about another big obstacle and just kind of get that out of the way. There's disruptors to our hormones, and one of the biggest disruptors is stress. And as a woman, or anyone, there's so much stress placed on us and just in the world in general. And we know the world is definitely not getting any less stressful. So it's about handling our stress. And that's not necessarily what we're going to talk about in this class, but it's important to know that stress is a hormone disruptor. And a little fun fact, did you know that our brain has a lot more connections from our right brain to our left brain than men? So oftentimes we feel like we can handle a lot more things at one time. We work, we're a caregiver, we're a wife, we're a mother, we're this, we're that, to so many people. And And that stress that we feel from trying to do so many things, it can disrupt our sleep. And I bring that up because lack of sleep is another disruptor for hormones. If we don't get good quality sleep, we'll wake up and our hormones are already out of whack by the time we start our day. So we need to remember that the goal for this is to get our body back in balance, and using essential oils can help us get that balance. Okay, thinking about the big picture of women's health, lifelong vitality is vital. So you probably know that you've probably heard of this product in other classes, but I just want to chat about it a little bit. So there's 3 products. One is the Alpha CRS, and that's packed with antioxidants, natural anti-inflammatories, and this goes right into the mitochondria of our cell, and that's important because the mitochondria is the energy producer. So we're going to have more energy, which is, I mean, who doesn't want more energy, right? So some of the top uses for Alpha CRS is pain and inflammation, arthritis, fibromyalgia, foggy brain, cellular repair, fatigue, mood, cancer prevention. Another supplement is our omegas, and this is our fish oil. Fish oil is for brain health. And as a side note, just know that there's a vegan option for the fish oil also. So some of the top uses for this is inflammation and pain, arthritis, and actually anything ending in itis, compromised immune system, brain fog, concentration, ADD, ADHD, aging skin, PMS, which is important, postpartum depression, anxiety, depression, dry skin, skin issues. I mean, the list kind of goes on and on. And the third part of our little trio here is the Microplex MZ. So this one is your daily vitamin. So the amazing thing about this is that it's a blend of whole foods, which is super important in a vitamin because it gives us balanced nutrition. So equally important to this is that it contains minerals like calcium, iron, iodine, magnesium, zinc, and these minerals help our body absorb the vitamins. So they kind of go hand in hand and work together. The top uses for this are low energy, fatigue, compromised digestion, poor health, imbalanced nutrition. So how do we take these? Well, they work together. So it's a smart idea to buy them in our Lifelong Vitality pack, and it's recommended to take 1 to 2 of each capsule in the afternoon or in the morning, and then with food, and then 1 to 2 of each capsule in the afternoon again with food. So this one, sorry, we've got a dog barking. I've got my kids home from college making noise. So this one is called the Bone Nutrient Complex, and this is the one I'm actually most excited about. So to be completely transparent and honest, I didn't know a whole lot about this one, and I hadn't taken it until I started doing research about a couple of weeks ago. And I was doing research for this class specifically. So I ordered it and I started taking it every day. Here's why I think it's super important, and I'm going to be such a proponent of this particular nutrient, because this is for bone integrity, strength, and just overall health. And even though it says doTERRA Women right on the bottle, it is not just for women. Its top uses are for weak or fragile bones, osteoporosis prone individuals, bone fractures, growing individuals, and anyone, frankly, who needs more bone density, which is all of us. Some of the ingredients are vitamin C. Vitamin C is important because it plays a protective role in building strong bones and preventing fractures. It also has vitamin D2 and D3. This increases the absorption of calcium and other minerals. So that's important because it has calcium in it, but we need to have the D2 and D3 to absorb the calcium. It has biotin, which helps bone marrow function. And then that also plays a role in hair growth, skin, and nails. It contains calcium, magnesium, and as a side note, magnesium is super important for sleep. So remember, we need good sleep to balance our hormones. It also has zinc and copper and some other really important minerals which help build the foundation of bone tissue. Okay, so how do we take these? So teens, adult women, and adult men, you can take up to 4 per day with food. It's important that women start taking them as a young woman. You don't want to wait until you're older and you have signs of frail bones. You need to start young or just start now. Also, as a side note, it's gluten-free and dairy-free. So this particular supplement, it's designed to go in conjunction with phytoestrogen. So let's talk a little bit more about that one. So phytoestrogen, this is a natural form of estrogen-like therapy, but it's not actually estrogen. So I looked in the Essential Life book, and it says phytoestrogen complex is a blend of standardized extracts of plant, phyto, there's the phyto part, estrogens, to help create a balance of hormones throughout the body and eliminate unwanted metabolites. So here's its top uses: perimenopause, menopause, andropause, which I had to look up. That's also known as male menopause. So, you know, those guys, their hormones get out of whack too. It's good for hormone imbalances and mood swings associated with PMS. There's a lot of antioxidants in this supplement, so it's going to also support heart health and healthy breast tissue. It's going to minimize PMS symptoms. It balances your hormones and helps transition into menopause. And this one also helps with hot flashes. So who should take it? It's for women in their childbearing years, perimenopause, postmenopause. On the doTERRA website, it says pre and perimenopausal women should take 1 to 2 capsules daily with food or as needed. Postmenopausal women take 2 capsules daily with food. This is designed to use in conjunction with the bone nutrient complex, which is the one we just talked about, Clari-Calm, which is, we're going to talk about that in a couple of slides, and Lifelong Vitality Pack. So don't worry about, you know, taking too many. They're designed to work together. So I'm excited about this one too. I ordered this one. Okay, now let's get on to the queen of oils. So rose, in this particular picture is Rose Touch. So that means rose essential oil that's been diluted with fractionated coconut oil. This is the one I have, and I love it. So frankincense is obviously the king of oils, and every king needs a queen, right? So let me tell you about rose. So this particular oil is shown in studies to improve estrogen levels in pre and post-menopausal women. And a fun little fact is that it takes 12,000 rose blossoms to make a 15 milliliter bottle of rose essential oil. Rose Touch, which is what's shown here, it's a great option, and it can be used as perfume. You can use it alone or combine it with other oils like jasmine or neroli. Okay, so why use rose oil? Its top uses are low libido. It's really good for skin issues like bacterial infections, childbirth, baby blues, irregular ovulation and menstruation, wrinkles, and for men, semen production, impotency, you know what I mean, and prostate issues. Okay, so here's how you're going to use it. For menstrual, and it works for menstrual cramps. And, you know, interestingly enough, I had a woman who I work with. She came into my room and she had cramps and asked if I had Clari-Calm And I didn't. And I'm like, well, I have Rose. I'm like, give it a try. So she rolled it, you know, on her abdomen. She came back a little while later and she's like, it works. So it works. Let's see, what else? Another suggestion for this, just rub some in the palm of your hands and take like a really deep inhale, hold it and exhale, you know, and do it again. Inhale for like a count of 4, hold it, and then exhale. So this is going to slow your breathing, which is really good to bring down stress levels. And inhaling Rose, it's actually gonna, what I've read anyway, is that it's actually gonna help with low libido. So there you go. Okay, Clary Calm. So this is a really powerhouse blend. It's called Clary Calm, but it's the Woman's Monthly Blend. Women who are ages 15 or so, all the way through postmenopausal women should use it. So that means like teenagers, people in their childbearing years, all the way through, you know, so there's a long range that people can use this particular blend. Clary Calm supports estrogen and progesterone. So why is that important? Let's just do a little quick science lesson here. Estrogen. If you don't have adequate amounts of estrogen, you're lacking healthy breast tissue, healthy vaginal lining protection, and healthy brain protection. Clary Calm, it also supports progesterone. And if you don't have adequate progesterone, you're going to get really bad symptoms of vaginal dryness. Progesterone, here's what I think is really important. Progesterone is the hormone that also helps us remain cool, calm, and collected. So think about during those stressful moments. Stress makes us really irritable, right? Well, it's progesterone that helps us remain cool, calm, and leveled out emotionally. Clary Calm is going to help support progesterone. Remember, this is all about balance. So let me also mention, Clary Calm also supports healthy adrenal glands, which we're going to talk about in a little bit later. This is the oil that's going to help promote calm and relaxation. It has a lot of grounding oils, so it's going to ground us so that we just kind of hopefully help remember to like take care of ourselves, because if we can't take care of ourselves, we're going to really struggle taking care of other people. So how do we use Clary Calm? The way we use Clary Calm to take care of our hormonal imbalances is to apply it to the inside of our wrists and the inside of our ankles and over our ovaries. If you're postmenopausal, know that the glands that are producing estrogen and progesterone and testosterone, they are solely coming from your adrenal glands. Your adrenal glands sit on top of your lower back, on top of your kidneys. So on like, you know, where your kidneys are in your back. So like on top of that, that's where your adrenal glands are. And you're gonna rub Clary Calm on that area. If you're in the childbearing years, you're going to use Clary Calm every day to support regular periods by applying it over your ovaries. Once your periods become regular, then you can use Clary Calm for PMS symptoms. And you're going to roll over, you can use it on your wrist for that, or you can use it for menstrual cramps, you know, rolling it on your abdomen. Okay, so let's think big picture again. So let's talk about the endocrine system. The endocrine system is a network of glands that produce and secrete hormones directly into the circulatory system. The hormones are carried to targeted organs and tissues where they bind to the cells. This is why essential oils are very beneficial, since they're circulated in that same way, and they can really benefit the cells that they encounter in the process. So the endocrine system is responsible for bodily functions such as cell growth, sleep, sexual and reproductive functions, metabolism, blood sugar management, how our body responds to stress and energy and so much more. So the organs in the endocrine system that we are going to focus on include liver, pancreas, adrenals, and thyroid. So I'm just going to kind of go to the next one here. So caring for your liver, first off, your liver is your largest organ. It's about the size of a football, and it's mainly located in the upper right portion of your abdomen, right beneath your diaphragm, above your stomach. The purpose of your liver is to filter blood coming from the digestive tract before passing it to the rest of the body. And the liver also detoxifies chemicals and metabolizes drugs. So what does this have to do with women's health and hormones, right? You need to know that the liver also regulates the balance of sex hormones, thyroid hormones, and adrenal hormones. If the liver isn't working properly, there's a risk of emotional imbalances. I'm going to read that again because it is such an aha moment for me. I read it and I'm like, oh yeah. So if the liver isn't working properly, there's a risk of emotional imbalances. That might be why I'm sometimes like, whoa. I mean, probably other things too, but there's like things you can do, easy things. So here's how we take care of our liver. Drink a lot of water every day. I'm gonna take my advice. Add a drop of lemon in your water to detox your liver. You can also add a drop of Slim and Sassy in your essential oil into your water. Slim and Sassy, okay, you guys, if you've never tried it, first of all, it smells good, but it tastes really good. It contains grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon. It's a really great choice to detox and cleanse your liver. Plus, it's really good for your metabolism. You also want to take one Zendocrine soft gel every day. Zendocrine soft gel is also a detoxification blend. So those are ways you can care for your liver. Now, taking care of your pancreas. So what's your pancreas and why is it important? Your pancreas is located in your abdomen, and that's the organ that helps convert food that we eat into fuel for your cells. It also helps regulate your blood sugar and produces the hormone called insulin. I'm sure you've heard of that. So to support our pancreas, you can use another Slim and Sassy product, and this one is our metabolic blend in the form of a soft gel. You're going to take anywhere from 1 to 3 soft gels daily to support metabolism, regulate blood sugar, and release excess water. Who doesn't like that? Okay, care for your adrenals. So we talked a little bit about our adrenals earlier, but let's talk a little more in depth now. First of all, what are adrenals? So adrenal glands produce hormones that help regulate your metabolism, immune system, blood pressure, and response to stress. They produce hormones that you honestly can't live without, including your sex hormones and cortisol. Cortisol helps you respond to stress. As I mentioned earlier, your adrenals are located in your back on top of your kidneys. Here's how we take care of your adrenals. We're going to apply Magnolia. This is Magnolia Touch, so it's Magnolia essential oil with fractionated coconut oil. You're gonna put that twice a day on your adrenals. So Magnolia was kind of like my superstar this whole winter. And first off, I love the smell. I also think it's just very calming to me. It's top use, and it helps me sleep better. So I usually use it at night. Magnolia top uses include anxiety, depression, PMS, hormone imbalances, libido, and sex drive. So this is a super important oil for hormones. Another thing you can do is take 2 capsules of Mito 2 Max once or twice daily. So this is for energy. Some people just need a little extra boost, and Mito 2 Max is a really good option. You should, when you're trying this, I would recommend just taking it in the morning to begin with, because some people like to take it like at 2 in the afternoon when they feel a little sluggish. Other people, if they take it too late in the day, then they're going to have a hard time falling asleep. So everybody's different. You're going to have to see what works best for you. Okay, caring for your thyroid. So the thyroid gland, it's a butterfly-shaped gland that sits low on the front of your neck. The thyroid lies below your Adam's apple, along the front of your windpipe. So thyroid is kind of a huge topic, and I really do encourage you to do your own research if it's an area of interest or concern for you. A couple things to remember. The thyroid gland manufactures hormones that regulate your body's metabolism. So several disorders can arise when your thyroid produces too much, which is called hyperthyroidism, or too little, which is hypothyroidism. A common misconception is that many people think a thyroid problem means that it's a life sentence of problems, and that is so not the case. Of course, we always encourage people to work with their healthcare provider, but you can be proactive. You can check your nutrition, check your stress levels, check your water intake. And those are just simple ways that you can be proactive. And if you're looking to give your thyroid a boost, you can follow this recipe. In a roller bottle, combine 10 drops each of clove, myrrh, frankincense, and lemongrass, and then you're going to top it off with fractionated coconut oil and apply it to your thyroid area 3 times a day. So, last slide here. doTERRA's really made this simple for you. This is the Woman's Health Kit, and it's available through our loyalty reward program. It's 125 PV, which is that magic PV to get a free oil. So that's super nice. And you're also going to get that percentage back worth of credits. Okay. And let's see, it's for the price of $139.50. So you just go in, add it to your LRP, and you're good. All right, and then you can add the Rose Touch also. So let me stop sharing. So that's it. I thank you for joining me, and I hope you learned a little something about women's health and hormones, and stay stress-free, sleep well, and hopefully you'll start taking some of those new products I have, and my hormones are almost on their way to becoming balanced. All right, guys, take care. Bye.